Good morning, buenos dias. Today is October 9th, 2023. This is a video blog of what's happening here in my gardens, Zone 7A, New Jersey, Central Jersey. And this is mostly for me, just to document what the garden looks like after much neglect. And to start planning my next season and maybe move some plants around today, finish putting some stuff that's still in pots in the ground. So we're starting with the front yard, and as you can see, the junipers have really put on some growth. There's a little bee that just took a little sip from this lavender that flowered again. But you'll see the lavender, some of it is kind of dead, so I'm going to cut some of that back. The little doozy spirea has put on some growth and is flowering again. These suckers flower like crazy. I mean, every time I do these videos, I always have to comment on the spirea from Proven Winners. They're just pretty incredible. They're reblooming and perform really well in the zone. There's lots of mushrooms. We had so much rain. So much rain. I have mushrooms everywhere. This sunflower shrub, I guess. It's definitely needs to be cut down. It got eaten up. I cut it back a couple of times. It was so beautiful earlier in the summer, but now it's time to get rid of it. It's pretty much done, and it's flopping over with all the rain. The bees are still looking for food. The little devil 9-bark have grown. I pruned them a little bit earlier, like early summer. They were getting really huge. Now these are supposed to be dwarf, and that is in quotes because dwarf, they don't look dwarf at all. But these plants, the regular specimen get really huge, like 8 feet, 9 feet, 10 feet. These are supposed to get up to 5 feet, but they definitely can go up to 6, I would say. Just like the spikes were coming up like everywhere, and I trimmed them back, and now they're just growing again. But I still like them. They're covering up the fence a little bit. It gives it more of a cottage feel. I kind of like when they were smaller because it was a little cleaner. But I'm starting to get into this look, and I just know I can selectively prune some of these branches, some of the branches, to give it a different shape. But so far it looks really good. It's still the contrast between the dark purple or burgundy of the foliage and the sunshine ligustrum looks really nice. Again, the junipers are really coming to its own. The Euonymus got really chomped on by the rabbits. They really did a number on them. I'm gonna have to cover these up. There's no way, either that or move them. I was playing around with the idea of moving them and keeping him here and covering them up, but I don't. If we give them enough time to grow up a little bit, maybe, but they just, once the new growth comes in, the rabbits just, they love them. But the boxwoods are doing okay. Haven't touched them. This is the hardy hibiscus that I replanted. It's almost as big as the other one. It was so tiny. If you look at my old videos, you'll see how tiny it was when I moved it. I thought it was going to die on me, but it just, a note to all people who are listening to this who want to grow a hardy hibiscus. They are humongous. And they die back all the way down, but they take up so much space, so it's difficult. I mean, the only thing I could possibly plant here when they die back is a lot of bulbs underneath. So I purchased a bunch of daffodils because the rabbits, they just love my tulips. And this is the front yard. I don't have really a lot of fencing here. And so it's like open season for the tulips when they start coming out. But yeah, these take up a lot of space. And so you'll see that I have trees growing around them and shrubs, and they take up that space. But the good thing is you can cut them back. I haven't, but you can cut them back. So you see how this is encroaching on the ligustrum here. I'm gonna trim up, prune up this. This is the golden ticket ligustrum, and I'll also take off some branches from the hardy hibiscus. But this has been going for at least 3 months. This hardy hibiscus. That's a gold arborvitae. This is the Big Bang double play spirea, which it has bloomed over and over again. I think it's pretty much done, but I'm waiting for its fall color. So, yep. Let's go around here. I'm actually going to cross over. That's the Mugo pines. So this looks kind of a jumbled mess. I don't really like how close it is one to the other, so I'm going to definitely trim up this ligustrum and trim up the hibiscus as well. Here we got my Rose of Sharon, the blue chiffon. The flowers are pretty much gone, but it put on some growth. These were the flowers. Put on some growth. So this is going to take a little while. I think this year, it's its first year, so the Jazz Hands Loropetalum is also coming into its own. It took a little bit of a beating with the rains and the sun, but it looks pretty good, and I like it against the hardy hibiscus. But those two hardy hibiscus bushes, and remember, these are perennials. They go back, died all the way back down, so they leave a big blank space in the winter. But they do take up a lot of space. And so if I knew this when I first planted them, I probably would have only planted one. They were so small in the pot. I mean, it had the size on it, but I don't think it said it got this wide. They really love this spot, and so they put on a lot of growth here. That's a weed growing down there that I'm going to have to remove. I don't know what kind of weed that is. I never staked up this guy, which I still have to do. And this also with all the sun, the leaves got really fried. Blue juniper is growing up nicely. Again, I'm gonna the sunshine ligustrum. The next year they're gonna get a nice little trim. I'm gonna make them into nice little balls. Again, these are asters that the rabbits just do not allow to grow. So these are things I'm gonna have to put use a cloche next year so they can get a chance to grow. They come back every year. The rabbits just won't let them. So, and this is the little devil nine bark just creeps out from underneath. It looks kind of cute, but I am going to trim some of this back. Again, the sunflower has to go. It just fell on the blue point. This sunflower I did not plant. The birds planted it for me. But the bees are still looking. They're still intent on finding food. There they go. Yep. So maybe I'll leave it there a little while for them. Okay, coming over on this side. This is, I'm gonna have to really limb up and prune up this. This is the halo dogwood, red twig dogwood, but it's really overgrown. And I'm gonna have to remove moving out. These are the daylilies. I'm gonna have to take them out of the space because the dogwood takes priority. That's with the variegated leaf and the red twigs. So this is gonna look beautiful in the winter, but I have to take the daylilies out of here. Just not enough space for both. I really haven't touched these at all. So there's a lot of empty spaces here. I usually get tulips that are, there's bulbs there that come back, Darwin tulips that come back, and they do pretty good. So, but I can see that I can probably plant a couple more things. Maybe I'll do annuals. This is a phlox. This is a tall phlox that I got on sale at Home Depot, or was it Lowe's? One of those. And I'm gonna put this somewhere here. See how it's an experiment to see where it likes to grow. Don't know yet. The clematis is growing up, the vine. This is its first year, so it's not doing bad. I changed out. I took out the box with topiaries because they were not looking great, and I just did some, fall plants. Yeah, I gotta pinch some of these back. Yeah. This is the lantana. Never got a chance to grow, but I kept it in the pots to see what happens. These grew back. These guys here, they just grew back. Look at that. That's new growth on the daisies. The asparagus fern, that's a lantana. This is another task, is to divide up this lamb's ear and take some of it and plant it in other spots. It's just taking over the spot. I put this lantana here just to see what happens. It's really late in the season. These are supposed to be annuals in my zone, but let's see, maybe they'll come back next year. So this is an experiment, and I always get tulips along this. There's bulbs all along here. I think that the key to autumn joy sedum is neglect. Just do not water them. And look how great. They're not even flopping over like they were doing last year. Just don't water them. Keep the water away from them if they're in a sort of a humid place. This area has really grown into itself, which has kept the weeds at bay, and I like it. Even though the barberry is again getting out of control. Cryptomeria looks good. This I might also divide. I was thinking about this, letting it grow. This is dianthus, but I don't know. That's also a dianthus. That's a sweet William. And a tough stuff hydrangea. It's taking on its full color. You see that? It's so pretty. The leaves are kind of spent. They're down here, and this blooms in different areas, so I just let it do its thing. It'll take over this spot. I'm gonna remove these hostas from here. They get, they not only do they get eaten by slugs, but it's just, I don't know, they don't like this area. Maybe it's too dry. Maybe there's too much. I don't know. Maybe it's too dry, but I'm gonna move them. I'm gonna put it. I'm probably gonna plant something else, like either heuchera or hellebores in this area. Again, this was bare root clematis, so I'm not going to see any. I planted it in the late spring. I have no idea what's going to happen there. These I'm going to take. I have to prune these up. These are the hollies that were dying and came back, so they look okay. The rains really helped, so it looks like they really like a lot of water. Something I'm learning about this. This is the steed holly. They seem to like water. I'm just going to cut back all this old stuff. Maybe I can topiary them. The hostas, these are going to stay there. Again, these die all the way back, so there's nothing here in the winter, which is okay, I guess. I mean, I don't know what I could plant here. It just takes over, and I sort of like that it takes over. So it'll just be a blank wall in the winter. I don't know. The color on the bobo hydrangeas, these bobo hydrangeas are just incredible. I am so happy I did this. They're white, creamy white. They have a little green, and now when they start dying back in the fall, they take on this pink color. But once in a while, you'll see a newer bloom, like right here. Yeah, this is a I have, maybe this will come back for me next year. I'm gonna cut it, let's see, but it really got a lot of mold. This is an Eversheen Carex, which I was planning on planting and never got around to it. I'll be cutting back this lady's mantle and the Brunera a little bit. I'm leaving this limelight here. Now this limelight, like I thought about having the two limelights frame this door here, so sort of like limelight here, but limelights like sun, and this is full shade. So I bought a camellia, which likes the shade. This is close to the house. I'm thinking it'll get a little bit more heat, and I'm thinking about putting the camellia here, and then planting this. This also has to go on the ground. This Bloomstruck Endless Summer hydrangea, which kind of looks good in that little pot. It's doing okay there. Let's go to the back. Again, I haven't decided what I'm going to put in this spot. I want to put a tree. So initially, look at all this blank space. So initially, I wanted a tree, a flowering tree. I imagined planting it here and then letting it sort of canopy over this area and start pruning it on the side. But I don't know how diligent I am about pruning. And as you see, my neighbor has these giant arborvitaes, and so putting a tree here next to the arborvitaes might not look great. So a tree that sort of branches out, whether it's I was thinking about like a Jane magnolia. I don't think so, because it would want to go that way too. So I'm thinking about planting something that grows straight up. So maybe cone, like maybe an evergreen. I don't know. And they have the smaller, regular magnolias that also grow up in like a cone. I'm thinking about that. I don't want to keep on transferring that maple that I have in the front yard, but this might be a good spot for the maple since it's east facing. This is facing south, but it gets covered by the house, and then it gets shade from the house in the afternoon. So this does get afternoon shade and morning sun. So it might be a perfect spot for a smaller maple. However, look at the birdies. However, I don't want to move that maple that I have in the front again, because that would be the second time I move it. So maybe I just have to purchase another maple, or I'll get an evergreen. Again, super neglected yard. Too much going on in my life. So I have to clean this up. But the bees are still hanging around looking for stuff to eat. So I don't think they mind me having this mess of plants. But I love the fact that there aren't any weeds, because it's just taken over between the Nandina and the hellebore foliage, the heuchera. The heuchera, I do want to remove just for my blog. I need to take that heucherella out of there, because it's hidden. Nobody sees it. The lungwort is hidden too. The lungwort is back there, but I'm afraid of moving it. There is lungwort over here, right in there. Where's the bee? Oh, I lost sight of it. I like to keep sight of the bees. So yeah, I have to clean this up a little bit, obviously, but not too much, because I do like the sort of how it filled in. Yeah, and this is the, what is this called again? I always forget, the false holly tree, and I keep on pruning it up. I think it'll get about as tall as a fence eventually. It's going to look nice there. That's evergreen interest. Okay, so I purchased some plants like a month or two ago, and I still have them in pots. Some stuff died back. Some stuff I pulled from the ground. It's not really doing anything. Actually, this is funny. Look at this spider plant and all the babies. So that's a job right there. These are boxes that I purchased. I have no idea where I'm putting these yet. I think I might put them in pots. This is a variegated boxwood, which I was thinking about putting in a pot, but then I'll put it in the ground. And this is Silver Mound, Artemisia. And those are probably going to go in the hell strip, which haven't started working on yet. I got these, a friend of mine gave me these 2 tiny pots that match those pots. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm going to do something with them. That's my pot of Creeping Jenny. And those are the boxes I removed from the front. But look, they're starting to get some green. I might be able to work with that. Okay, so let's go this way. I haven't done anything with my garden room, with what's going to be my kitchen garden. It looks like a chicken coop, I know. Haven't done anything because I'm still looking. What I did was I mulched. I'll mulch the bottom with hardwood, with pine and cedar mixed hardwood, so to keep the weeds at bay, which has worked. I put down some, those pebbles, but the weeds are still popping through. So I guess that'll be next year. Let's see over here. This was my corner garden. That is pokeweed over there, which some people say is medicinal. I don't know. I just try to, it grows too much. I mean, I know there's birds that like it and it might have some medicinal purposes, but it's not my plant. It's coming from the neighbor and I really don't want it there, so I trim it back. This guy got humongous. This was like a tiny little thing. This was an experiment. This is the storm cloud. I forget. It's a proven winners thing. But it got a little bit of, you see that there? What is that, black spot, or I don't even know. But I gotta clean that up. I'm gonna spray it down. The Spanish lavender is loving its life. These plants have not been, I don't water these at all. I wanted to see what lived here. And look, the petunias are fine. The calabachoa are doing okay. The lavender, that's the geranium, Roseanne geranium, osteospermum, the African daisies are doing great. And so these are, I don't know if these will come back. These are supposed to be annuals in my area, these African, but they've been going, I planted these, in late May, beginning of June? Look at them. They just keep on flowering, keep on going crazy, and they're just so beautiful. Look at the beautiful colors on these. The petunia, same thing. Haven't watered them. I mean, we got so much water. What is that growing there? I don't remember. That might be the GM. I don't know. And over there, my little boxwood village, like Linda Vodder calls them. I got the little 3 boxwoods and an evergreen. That's a arborvitae. It's doing fine. I know I have to prune this up. This tree is going to get attention come spring. Right now I'm leaving it alone, but this tree is going to get limbed up. I'm going to cut these down here. Cut all this off. Get in there. Get in between. What died? It looks like the peony I had planted here died. That definitely died. I don't know, that spot is really weird. I think there's some sort of disease there. I'm going to try to plant something that's like really, really hardy. If I had known, I probably would have put those big hardy hibiscus back here. I mean, this would be a perfect spot. I mean, it'll overgrow this area if these are annuals. But I think I'm going to put more arborvitae along this fence here, so that you see how the neighbors, those are the giant, I forget what it's called, something giant arborvitae, not the emerald greens. I got the emerald greens, which are smaller here, which works because my neighbor has a lot of shrubs, and they're not bad looking shrubs, even though they tend to take over. But they're, Rose of Sharon, she has butterfly bush, she has American pokeweed. And so, yeah, so let's see. So I'm thinking, and this is a crepe myrtle, which has beautiful color. So I don't want to cover this up because I do like that. And over here is their shed, which I don't really need anything tall here. They have a pool, so to give privacy to me, I mean, they should have planted all the way, but they didn't. And so maybe I'm going, since there's nothing really going on this end here, I'm thinking of putting arborvitae here, like 5 huge of the same kind instead of the emerald greens. Oh, look, a little rabbit. They're still around. I found dead rabbits. That's another thing. That was pretty sad. So yeah, I think I might put 5 right here. It would be, so I'm thinking 1, right? So if they're gonna grow that big, I mean, they'll be little in the beginning, but they grow pretty fast. So probably like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3. I think I'm gonna get 5 and space them out here evenly from this tree in my neighbor's yard to that tree in my neighbor's yard, and just cover up this entire white fence with evergreen, because it'll, there's nothing going on here in the winter, and it's nice to see it, and it'll be private. It'll provide both of us with privacy. I never worked on this area. It needs to be weeded. Something's growing here. What is that? That looks like vinca vine. It's probably vinca. I'll put it out because I have so much vinca in my planter in my deck. It's probably vinca. Yeah, and these did great. But I have to clean up this bed. This bed was full of weeds, and I have to mulch this area. But the marigolds are great. The weeds too. There's weeds growing in between the marigolds. And they seeded. This is why I never get rid of weeds, because I let them go to seed. I'm working on that. I'm getting better at that. But look at these beautiful marigolds. Oh, there's a wasp. Okay, thank God I didn't touch that one. Woo! Nice, Rita. Okay. What else? Oh, this is starting to take its fall color. This is the Korean spice viburnum. I love, 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 love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Okay, so let me see. This is what I purchased. They're on the other side. Oh, wait. These beds. This is all where I have tulips coming up here. So I'm thinking, since the tulips come up here, I don't know. I don't know if I should keep this edge clean or to plant like maybe some lily turf to give like something on the edge so that I can, I don't know, keep the weeds from encroaching on it. I don't know. Maybe put some sort of bricks down. I would like to put some pavers here and mount this and put like tables and put some plants on the side here. Like herbs. Have like a little bench with herbs. Look at these junipers, how big they got. These were tiny. So these need a pruning, which is great because winter is coming and I can use the branches for any kind of like winter decorations. And they smell so good. I actually like the way they smell. Look at the Flirt Nandina. Flirt Nandina. Look at the Flirt Nandina. These, let me tell you, Nandinas love water. They love water. So if they're in sun, full sun like these are, you need to give them lots of water. These are things I'm learning about them in my zone, that Nandinas like shade in my zone and they like lots of water. So these were really struggling in the beginning, getting really crispy because they were not getting sufficient water and too much sun. But with these rains, they are taking off. Look, they're usually tiny like this. Look how big. Look at that color. Okay. Same here. These are Flirt Nandinas here. These are Southern Living. Again, juniper is huge. I need to really cut these back because these will take over. Same thing with the golden mop. I have tulips coming in here in the spring, but in the summer, I don't have anything. It looks kind of, you know what? I might not plant perennials here. I might just do annuals next year, like summer annuals. In the corner when the tulips start dying back, just plant up some summer annuals. The guys I hired are doing a really good job at keeping these beds nice and trimmed, so that's nice. Yeah, so this pot, this had Nemesia in it, Nemesia, and it died. So I'm gonna take that out, and I'm probably gonna put a little mum or something that I can throw out, so I can change that little pot out. That pot has been in my family forever. This is in my mom's house. Before that, it was in our house. We've had this pot forever, so this is like a little bit sentimental. Same thing here. I have a couple of spring bulbs that come up here, but in the summer there's nothing here. It looks kind of dead to me. So maybe this is full sun. It's close to the pavers. It's going to get lots of heat. I'm thinking maybe I can take some of those daylilies that I'm going to take out from the front, or even the lamb's ear that I'm going to divide and put them here. Because the lamb's ear will sort of pull in this blue color. And the daylilies are the yellow flowers, so then it'll, now look at this. I did not plant this here. Okay, this is what are these called again? Not calla lilies. Yeah, canna lilies. These, I did not plant this. This is from last year. This must have been a squirrel or some other creature that took one of the seeds from my old canna lilies, which were the same as these, but I got those over there. I got those this year. This is from last year, and it grew here. So I left it alone. I said, I'm not going to take it out. So this year I'm going to save, because it grew here by itself, I'm going to save the bulb. But it grew too close to my this is a Japanese maple. It's moon something or the other. And it really hasn't really flourished, and it got burned here. This gets full sun here. I have to water it constantly. You'll see the leaves. I have to water it constantly. What's in the back of this? Oof. I think, what is that? Maybe it has stuff. Maybe it's diseased. It has a little bit of that white stuff. What is it called again? What's that white stuff called? I forget. But I think it's not a good place. Those are aphids? I don't know. I think I might have to move. Well, look, maybe I'll move that maple over to that corner, because that maple doesn't get really big. Yeah, I could move the maple over there. It'll do well there. Instead of buying another plant, just move the maple. Even I wanted a tree here. Like, I wanted something big here. I wanted a tree. But maybe, you know what? How about if I put a big tree? Like a big tree. Right there. That might be nice, but then it might give too much shade to that. Thinking about it. Maybe I'll put a big tree here. I'll take out the canna. Take out the maple, put the maple over there in that corner where it's a little bit more protected and gets more shade during the afternoon. And I can plant, you know what? I have a tree that I planted from bare root that I don't know what to do with. I mean, it grows about 25 feet, 30 feet. And this is what I'm talking about. My dad and I went to like some fair where they gave away for free bare root trees. And we got 3 bare root trees for free. It was a state of New Jersey that funds this. That's a mosquito flying around. And so this is the only tree that survived. This is a native. It was all bare root native trees. So this one is a native white flowering dogwood. And it's a tree. So maybe I could plant that over there and just let it grow. I mean, it might be too close to the pavers, but maybe if I plant it closer to the lawn, it'll do okay. I finally got the camellia. This is the one camellia I got, and it has one. Look at the pots. I just want you to see. Look how pretty. And my first flower. Look at that beauty. Oh, and there it goes. Oh, 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 there it goes. It's okay. We have all these buds coming in. So this guy here, I'm really excited about this. So I was thinking, this is a shady area here. I could keep it in this corner, which is my original intention, was to plant this in this corner, just let it grow. It's slow growing, so, or I can plant this where I have the other limelight. Since it's full shade and it's close to the house and it gets some heat. This area doesn't get that much heat because it's away from the house, and this is like pushing zones. This is like zone 7 to something. So my zone is 7A, so it's like right at the cusp. However, it would be so nice to just have pink coming up here. It just would look so nice, even from the street. So, but it's a baby right now. I don't know. I'm really excited about it. You know, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to plant the dogwood in the middle over there. So it would look nice, like just because this is so open. I mean, it looks nice open, but it would be nice to have a little bit of shade there. Like just have a tree, you know? Okay, so this is the other stuff. You know, this plant died here. I don't know if I'm going to be able to save it. It has that black mold or black whatever. I might be able to save it. These did okay. Those were all intended for my health strip, which I'm still working on. This is a mess here. But I bought the bags, got so much rain. The boxes, hopefully the wood underneath will be fine and it didn't bow out too much. I don't know, but this is the kit from Costco I got on sale. This is a kit for a greenhouse. Everything got so wet. I'm hoping the wood didn't get, anyway. So I didn't have time to put this together. I need somebody to help me with this, so can't do it by myself. So this is a greenhouse. It's like 8 by 7, something like that. 6.7 by 7.8. Cedar poly greenhouse. And I think if you can find this anyways, by Yardistry. And I'm planning to put it here. Right in this part here, a little tiny greenhouse. I got it at Costco on sale. I think I paid less than $1,200. So I'm thinking of putting the greenhouse right in this area here. This is full sun. This is the south. So it's gonna come, I think it's perfect. So I put it right here. It has pavers already, so I don't have to worry about putting any kind of floor on it. And then, you know, and then maybe in the back I can put some shelving to put pots that would be out, you know, so I can make like this whole area like a real work area for plants, and just to, you know, not have so much of a mess and create some sort of spaces to contain everything. This was also the bare root. This died. This is a persimmon. This died. I was hoping it rooted again. It rooted. Did it root again? Did I just pull the roots out again? Look at that weeds. Look at all those weeds. Oh my God, it started to root again. I am such a bad girl. It's going back in. Oh my God, it started to root again. It's not dead. I'm gonna stick it in there with all the weeds. I gotta clean this pot out. So yeah, one of the issues I have here is that I don't take care of the weeds and I let them go to seed. And so I have a lot of, what do they call it? Seed bank, whatever. But my grass on this side is not that bad. This was all seed, like this. We planted the seeds in this side about 2 or 3 years ago, so it's not looking that bad. That side is the worst part because it's full sun and it gets burnt, and so. But I put the garden beds over there, the kitchen. That's going to be the kitchen garden, and so that took up a lot of space, so I don't have to worry too much about it. Now this here, I think I have an issue with slugs. I'm gonna have to deal with the slugs because the hostas are looking tattered. I mean, it's still heat, but this is insect pressure. This is slug pressure. You know, the flowers are gone. Look at my little lungworts. Look at the lungwort. There was wasps here. There was a yellow jacket, like ground wasps in this area. So I wasn't coming here. I wasn't planning on getting bitten. My dad came in one time and he got like 10, 15 bites on his stomach from the yellow jackets. And they'll keep on biting. They don't play. So yeah, you see? Rabbits. Who knows what else eats all my hostas. Ugh. Coleus looks good. And I'm supposed to pinch these back. And there were so many. Make sure there's no more here. But there were so many bugs on these that I was afraid to get to them. There were wasps and bees and everything that likes to bite. So that's why I was leaving these like this, because every time I would come out here, it was loaded with these pollinators. And honestly, I got a little scared. I don't want to get bitten. I don't like to get bitten. That's not my thing. I'm getting bitten by wasps. Eesh. But yeah, that's why they're not as bushy as they could be, because I didn't pinch them back. Anyway, let me see, is there any? There's blue jays here. They're so aggressive. All right, so this is my pulmonaria baby. So excited. Oh boy. I think I'm gonna have to get rid of this. Lilac is getting really old. This lilac is too old. Look at the roots. Only thing that's coming out are suckers. I think everything else is dead. But I don't want to do this by myself. So I think I'm gonna, you know what? Maybe I could get rid of this lilac and plant the dogwood here. This tree is not supposed, this tree, I keep on cutting this back. This is an oak tree. This is an acorn that was planted by squirrels. And it grows into this fence. And my neighbor loves to let it grow. And I told him, we cannot let it grow. And that's an ash tree there. That's an ash and that's an oak. We can't let this grow. This is a fence. And it's growing right in between both properties. You see? Right in between. So, these are old-fashioned hydrangeas. I'm going to cover them this year, see if they actually bloom next year. This coleus is doing well. You know, the columbine is everywhere and covering up that hydrangea. And this is this milkweed? What is this? Yeah, it's milkweed. Lots of milkweed. Milkweed and a bunch of other stuff. Okay. So this is the this is Nandina. I forget the name of it now. I'll remember. But this didn't grow as bushy as the other ones because it's a little bit gets more sun. Look at the pokeweed. That thing is a native. And it's freaking aggressive. And I cut back all this vine. I don't know what kind of vine this is. I cut it all back and it's coming back. Super aggressive, whatever that vine is. And the pokeweed, American pokeweed, is aggressive. But it's native, whatever. Irises are doing good. These areas too, I have a couple of bulbs. I have, what do you call them? Daffodils here. But they're nothing, they're blank in the summer. So I'm thinking I need to plant either some perennials that come out in early summer or put in more annuals in these blank spaces here. All right, so I think that's it. A lot of cleanup, a lot of organizing, some moving of plants. This area is my patio area, so I just have a few pots. This guy did really good. My elephant ears, which I have to put in very soon. The heuchera in a pot did well, as did the, I hate when I forget words that are very common and that I should know. You know what this is. you know what this is. And I don't have to tell you the name because I know, and you know what this is. And for some reason, it's just bloop. My mind just does not want to calculate. It's reloading, and I can't remember things. Okay, this was completely, these little pots, yeah, this is not working. Note to self, do not plant petunias in these little pots. In here, they don't do well. Plant lantana. That will do very well in this dry weather. That's what I'm planting next year. The Boston ferns suffer as always. I don't know, I don't have luck with Boston ferns. All right, so that's it for now. Documenting, oh my God, 45 minutes. Documenting progress. Look at the roses. Oh, I forgot the side yard. Oh, that's the Lady Gardner rose. And this little rose is my mom planted here. I put the cloche on it because it was getting chomped on. I forgot the side yard real quick. Let's go there. Oh, weeds growing in the roses. This is penstemon I planted there. What am I going to do here? This looks okay. I think I want to remove this. I want to take out this hosta in the spring. I think I'm going to put the variegated boxwood here so it could go with the winter creeper. And perhaps behind where's that plant? I thought I had a small crepe myrtle. I have a crepe myrtle someplace, and put the crepe myrtle here. It's like a short one. This rose needs help. Oh, the grasses look great. Look at the grass. Look how pretty. The grass looks great. The black-eyed Susans are just chilling. Veronica, look at this. Can you appreciate that in the middle of the driveway? A little prairie in the middle of the driveway. Look at that. These are the dwarf zebras. It looks really pretty. All right, so this is the side yard. Gotta clean these weeds up. That's the ruby hydrangea. Some more of that lamb's ear. Yeah, I have a crepe myrtle someplace. I think this is rose rosette. These are my drift. I gotta research this. Uh-oh. That does not look good. Looks very, very bad. And that's the clematis. That one died. I don't know what happened. Okay. Where's my crepe myrtle? I'm gonna look for that crepe myrtle. It's a small one. Let's find it. Where did I put it? Oh, there it is. There you go. Yeah, it's sort of in the shade. This is the crepe myrtle. It is a cherry myrtle, cherry dazzle. And it's supposed to not grow that big. Cherry dazzle. So I might put that in the front yard and the house strip, or I put it on the side, on the south facing yard, and replace the hostas. And take the hostas and put them in other places. Maybe put the hostas along that fence over there. So that's it for now. Let's see. Very long video, which I might upload to YouTube, I might not. And yeah, my abandoned yard. It's not looking that bad considering, you know, not that bad. So I'm gonna plant up some stuff today. I took the day off to celebrate the indigenous people of the Americas. My people, my 14% on my DNA chart of Taino Arawak heritage. And so yes, in honor of the native people, I'm going to be working with Pachamama, with Mother Earth. See you soon. Bye.